I had another video planned for today, but I thought it would be good to talk about balance while throwing money into CS. The spark for this video was me officially removing my PayPal account from Steam and my bank accounts from Coinbase. While I could add these payment methods once again, not having the money at my fingertips ready to go whenever should help my impulse spending habits. One area where I struggled was spending money for content, as it was an excuse. Sometimes when I have an area of a video to fill and I can't think of anything, I will open a capsule or open a case to fill that space. In the last month, I have spent about $150 doing this. Previous months aren't much different. I have been spending a good chunk of change for content I don't need, because it's easy to dump a few bucks and call it a day instead of making content from scratch. Another excuse I had is opening cases I got as a drop, but not opening cases off of the market. As I do play CS casually, I spent $20 opening drops cases, and previous months generally match this total. Now these aren't big numbers, but they do chip away, and when you add them all up, sometimes the total is disgusting. Now I haven't used any Steam funds for investments, as all of that has been done through Buff. Despite that, I spent nearly $200 essentially gambling. I told myself that I wasn't going to put any money into CS investing besides clearing out what I had in crypto, and I thought that was going well until I looked at my transactions. Clearly, that wasn't enough. I decided to completely cut myself off at this point. No, I'm not in debt. Yes, I still have money in my bank account, but I'm tired of hemorrhaging money. I would value my inventory somewhere around the $10,000 price point, if we assume that the crafts sell at a fair price. When I first started putting in real money, I thought that 5k would be my limit. I proceeded to forget about the limit and continued adding whenever there was something exciting. When I made the video about my big investment, I was going to add $8,000 to CS. I missed the opportunity to buy an LGB holo, and in that grace period I decided that that was an unnecessary amount to spend. If I kept spending like I had in the past few months though, I would reach that point in no time, even without actively purchasing items. I eventually found my limit and did something about it. But this isn't the end of the story. Now I need to find a way to get this money back. The more you spend, the more you earn. But if you never cash out, that money doesn't actually exist. At this point in time, I have cashed out about a grand total of $5. Even though I'm up about $3,000 in CS, I'm down almost $7,000 in the real world. Sometime around a year from now, hopefully sooner, when the majority of items I have just purchased are profitable, I need to consider cashing some out to cover what I have spent so far. And I'm sure there are some of you that disagree with my perspective on this. There are some that spend $10 and carry that as far as they can. There are others that go big in hopes of becoming a millionaire in a lucrative market. I have made what I would consider a fairly hefty investment, but I'm not aiming to become a millionaire. At the very least, I would like to cover my initial investment. If I keep spending and never sell, that goal will never be reached. This has been a topic I have struggled with, as it has been months since I initially started feeling comfortable with where my inventory stands. Throughout that period, I have been trying to gauge how I should limit myself. First, it was no sniping crafts, just pure investments. Then it was no more investing. Now, cut everything. Everyone has different goals and everyone is in a different position. I just ask that you consider yours. A few months ago, I saw a post on the CS Market Forum Reddit that discussed addiction versus investing. I don't have a gambling problem, as I almost never broke my own rules, but when I look at that post today, I think it did apply to me. I just feel comfortable with where I'm at right now, and I would like to keep this money in my account and not add any more. And where I'm at right now, this is pretty close to my goal. Now I'm going to reinvest what I have, cash out some of it slowly, and hopefully reach one of my next goals without spending any money. Consider subscribing to the channel if you would like to see this journey. Until next time.